Hi everyone, for today's video, I'm going to share with you some projects that I created for the new April release for Scrap Diva Designs. Erica reached out to me and asked if I'd like to guest design for the month of April. Thank you so much, Erica. And the theme for April is a Western theme, really cute set of dies. I'm going to share with you the projects that I created and the die sets. Okay, so first, let's show you the dies. But let me share with you the paper pad that I use first. This is by Paper Studio. It's called Disco Cowgirl. Love all the pinks and blues in this collection. Just a really pretty paper. So if you have Hobby Lobby, pick up this paper pad. It's definitely a cute paper pad. All right, so here are the dies. Let me show you the dies and then I'll share with you the projects because I did mix and match a lot of these dies together to create my projects. And, you know, it's really unlimited of what you could do with these dies. So don't just create with just what the dies designed to create. You can mix them all together and make a really beautiful project. So here, this one is called the Saloon mini album die set. And it makes a really cute saloon. I love it. You get the word saloon and then you get all these layering pieces. This is the mini album. You cut this. And then, of course, you have your stitching layering piece. This is the steps for the front of the saloon. And then these are the layering pieces. Here is the door for the doorway here. And then you got the windows. So when you layer your saloon down, you're going to layer this first, then this piece right here, and then this piece. And then you're going to add your windows and your door. And then you're going to layer this on top. And it's really cute. So let me show you the album that I made. I love how it turned out. I used this pretty rope that I got from Lavish Laces. And I thought it was perfect to add to my binding for this mini album. I did have a couple of horse dies from my stash. I wanted to add some horses to this project. So I had these cute little horses. And then you can see here, I layered it with some embellishments. And it makes a cute, cute album. And then I didn't do the pages yet because I like to add my photos and then layer over my photos. So I just left it blank for now. But it's a really cute mini album. So that is that die. And then we have this die, which is the 3D rectangle box. So this die set, you get all these pieces. Erica did a video on how to create this box. And you're going to die cut this piece twice. Then you have your layering pieces. This die is for the sides. And then you got the layering piece right here. The stitching. And then you have the sentiment, sending love, and then love you. And then this piece is the flap. And then it also has its layering piece. And then this little die is if you want to add some ribbon to the front. You could die cut that on to the front right here. And then let me show you the boxes I made. So cute. I made 2 boxes and a cute little envelope. So here's the box. Again, I did some layering. And then when you open it up, it opens like so. It's a really cool box. It's a great size. If you don't want it like that, you just want a regular rectangle box, you can do that as well. So I did some layering here. And you can just make a simple rectangle box. And then I thought I'd make an envelope, which was perfect. I just die cut basically one of these pieces, this piece, you just die cut it once, and then the flap, and then you can make a cute little envelope. And it does fit perfectly, a gift card, or if you want to put some, you know, money, if you want to give some money, you know, for birthdays or, you know, whatever, you could fit in here. So that is that die set. And then the next one, which I love this one. I use this a lot. You could see I did a lot of layering with these dies. And this one is called Country Bundle. Yeah, oh, not Country, Cowboy Bundle. And you get the cute horseshoe. You get the cowboy hat, the boots, the cactus, and the cute little gecko or lizard, whatever you want to call it. And it's so cute because here, let me show you. So this is how I layered it for this one. So you can see the cactus and then the boots. And if you notice on the boots, I add like little spurs at the back of the boots. I thought that was cute just by adding the stars. And then here's the sending love. And then you can see this is the horseshoe. This one I did the same thing. I just layered and then I mixed it in with my little horses. And then I did the same thing with the saloon. You could see so many different styles of boots and cowboy hats that you can make with this die set. This is a must-have and definitely fun die set. Okay, and then this is the rosette. This is the Western rosette set. So you get one that has stars and then one that has dollar signs. Really cool. So let me show you the ones that I made. Okay, so I did different sizes just by trimming the rosette. So if you want the rosette to be smaller, all you have to do is just trim some of this off. So let me show you. Here's the larger one. And then I used some ephemera that I already had. This is by Fancy Pants. I think it's Prairie Rose. I bought a whole set of ephemera when Peachy Cheap had it for sale. And this was one of them, and it was perfect. Boots and class and a little bit of sass. So I just layered the ephemera on the pretty star rosette. And it makes a really pretty embellishment. Here's another one I made. So you can see the difference in size just by me trimming it. And then this is Home on the Range. This is the same ephemera collection. And it just makes a really cute rosette. Now these two, I use the dollar sign and I use these dies to embellish. This is some really pretty matte, silver matte tonic cardstock that I used because I was thinking of the dollar sign, so I thought I'd make this whole thing silver. And then I just took one of my circle stitching dies and just layered it on top. And then I layered the cute boots, the hat, and then my little horse, and then this sentiment free spirit. Really cute. And then here's the smaller one. It's my favorite. I layered the cactus, the horseshoe, and the boot. And the boot, I actually die cut with some leather paper that I have by Sizzix. And it's really neat because you could feel the leather. And then I just distressed the edges with my vintage photo distress ink. And then I crumpled it a little bit to make it look, you know, aged, the boots. Like, you know, it's been worn for a long time. And then I add the little gecko and then I add the little spurs, but the stars. I use the stars from this die set. So the stars that were coming out when you die cut it, save those. I use them as the spurs on the back of the boots. And it's so cute. I love that one. That one's really fun. And then, so there's that die. And then the last one is this Disco Ball mini album. Really, really fun. So I made two projects. Here's my mini album first. Oh, wait. I forgot to show this other one. Hold on. Sorry. I forgot to show this other rosette. Here's another one I made. And then I used this older die that Erica has. I think it's, I forgot what it's called. It's this die set that makes the envelope. And then, so that's what I did. I just put the rosette on top. Add the word enjoy on the back. And then it also die cuts this cute little card that you could put inside the envelope. And then you just seal this part right here. And then they just pull this tab. And it's a cute little envelope. And then the rosette fit perfectly on top. That was my other rosette project. Okay, so back to the disco mini album. So let me show you my disco mini album. That turned out really pretty. I add some of the silk trim that I have. And then I just, you can see here, I did some layering. There's a cute little cactus. And then my horse. And then the boots. And then I used the sentiment love you on there. And then you can add some really cute pictures in here. Again, I like to add my pictures first and then layer over. So I'm just going to show you the pages, or blank for now, but it's a really cute album. So that is the album. And then the other one I did was a layout of my daughter wearing her cowboy boots. She went to a concert. And so what I did was I cut a poster board. This is 8x8. And then the blue design paper is 7 3/4 by 7 3/4. And then the pink one is 7.5 by 7.5. And then I add the disco ball, the cute cowboy hat and cactus, and the boots, and then the sentiment love you. And then I just put her picture in the center. So these were so fun to create with. Thank you again, Erica, for having me guest design for the month of April. Again, these dies will be available April 4th. I'll put the link and all the information down below in the description box. And thanks everyone for watching. Bye.